Hi, I'm Becky Rose Dungeon Girl, and this is our live stream of the Return of the Winged Trinity, episode 4, is it? I think it's 4. So, hello and welcome, and I hope you enjoy the show. We are playing D&D 5th edition today, and we have, returning in his usual role, we have Mark playing Savannah.
Hello.
And we have, if my mouse would respond, there we go, Phil playing Dak Bearstalker. Is it Bear or Bearstalker?
Bearstalker.
Oops, yeah, got that wrong. And there's no Jenny this week. She will be back. Although I'm maybe going to kill a character anyway, just for shits and giggles. But she will be back. However, in an effort to keep the estrogen count up, I've recruited a new player. Please welcome everybody, Steffi, who is going to be playing Bolas.
Hi.
Okay, so when last seen? Oh yes, where's the canned sound effects? We should have had.
Yes.
Where is this stuff? We've got to get the canned sound effects back.
Oh no, not the canned sound effects.
Yeah, absolutely. Got to have the canned sound effects. That's. Oh no, that's. I have no idea where they are. I've lost.
Oh
them.
good.
No, I know where they are. I know where they are. Oh yes, yes, they're coming back. Just one moment. One moment, please. All right, I've just got to check that the sound test is working. Yeah, that's all good. Right, so let's get the canned sound effects and then do that properly. So please welcome Steffi. So, when last seen, yes, I did do the first, literally before the first word, but when last seen, the players had, and by players, this of course does not yet include Folas, but Savannah, Ardus, and Dak had entered a dark warehouse. They'd arrived on the shore of Moraine, on the western shore, with intention to climb Mount Olla. And they were exhausted from their journey over. So they found their way into a dark warehouse from where the gold is stored before being shipped off to the city, because they're on the way to the gold mines. And they had found their way into a dark warehouse where they'd found a rug of sorts that Savannah decided to poke with a sword. And of course it's not a rug, it's something big with horns that roars loudly and let out an almighty chilled blast. Everyone, well, no, not yet everyone, just Savannah and Dak, could you please roll for initiative?
We have
15.
Oh, yeah, same here.
You all beat me, so you two can make your actions first.
Okay.
Dak, let's get out of here.
What was that? What was that?
I don't know. I don't want to meet it. I don't want to see it in the door. Come on.
Which way?
I grab hold of Dak and run him towards the doorway. Grab hold of Ardus.
Okay, grabbed him. Yes.
Okay, Ardus does not move. In fact, as you grab him, he feels cold to the touch.
Oh, there's something wrong with Ardus.
Let's get out of here and sort it out later.
Okay, so I'll still pick him up and carry him with me.
Okay, Ardus topples to the ground and bounces solidly. There seems to have been no give in him at all as he toppled over. So, if you're going to proceed and try to pick him up, whatever this hulking creature is going to gain advantage on you because you'll be prone as you collect him from the floor.
I will try and pick him up.
Okay. There's going to be no difficulty associated in actually picking him up. Your problem is going to be the slams of fists that come crashing down on your back as this mighty creature lets out a huge roar and slams both of its fists down across your back in a kind of rah move. Oh, and my dice camera just fell off. Right, that's one amount of severe pain, and the other dice...
No, that was definitely a cocked dice there,
yeah. There was one severe pain, and the other one most definitely hits. Which deals So the one that dealt the most amount of damage, oddly enough, its claws slash across your back, doing 16 damage from
16.
the critical attack. Yes, I think that might actually put you down, mightn't it?
That does. Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not going to roll the other one. So, Savannah, you find yourself having moved towards the exit, and Dak, you hear him thud to the ground. I mean, you hear Dak falling because he's carrying equipment and stuff, and it all just kind of rattles against the floor. Meanwhile, Tholas, you have been on the shore, and you saw these characters, these three people, go into the warehouse, and you've not long arrived here yourself, so you've seen these people go in. What do you do?
I probably should follow if I want to not just log off right now.
I'm sorry, I missed that. I'm terribly sorry.
I'll follow them.
Okay, so you follow them. So you arrive at the entrance to the warehouse, or the side door of the warehouse, at about the moment Savannah appears in the exit, unless you're going to take a different action, Savannah.
Oh, yeah, I won't leave these two behind. I'll turn and
Okay.
fight.
Okay, so in that case, you arrive at the entrance door, and you see. What has your night vision, Pholus?
I have 60 feet.
Okay, so you could, much like Savannah, you can just make out shapes inside, and you can see a fight unfolding inside, and you can see that the most humanoid creatures are already on the floor, and then there are two furry creatures fighting each other. So, Savannah, would you like to make your attack?
Not really. But I can't leave my colleagues. Yeah.
Let's start with a TPK.
Yeah, it could be 3 for 3, Becky. I have a bonus attack as a bonus action, but I don't know whether that's after the beastie.
Roll it now. It's just quicker to do with one player's actions, I think.
Okay, well, yeah, okay, I wouldn't bother with that one either.
Okay, the large creature turns away from Savannah, ignoring its futile attempts at hitting him, and does something. You can't see what it's doing behind the crates as it kind of dips out of view and it bends over to the ground, and it's doing something behind the crates, and you hear a sound, an unusual sound, one you don't recognize. It's
What's that? Are we on the next round? Because
Yeah.
Savannah
Dak.
will jump the crates and see what's going on.
Okay, so you jump up onto the crates. Dak, could you make a life or death save, please? And Pholus, what do you do?
How far are they inside?
You could get to them and active if you so chose.
Okay, I would probably run in.
Okay, and you can act once you're there, Steve.
Okay, so I see the Goliath down.
Yeah.
So can I do something to stabilize him?
Yeah, I think it's the first aid, isn't it? The skill called? I can't remember. What's D&D skills?
First aid or, yeah, well, medical, I think, isn't it? Medicine.
I'm trying to remember.
Well, there's a medicine proficiency, put it that way.
Yeah, that's the one, medicine. Yeah, that'll pass.
Yep.
So I'll take
Thank
10
you.
or more, so that's fine. So Dak is stabilized. So you're still on 0 hit points, but you're no longer having to make life and death saves. Meanwhile, Savannah leaps up onto the crates, and the large creature is running away holding something. You can't see what in the darkness.
Okay. The shouldn't make much difference in terms of darkness. Should see as if he's in bright light.
Oh, really? Okay.
Well,
Don't,
in darkness, if it were dim light.
yeah,
So yeah.
so
Okay.
it's in. It would be dim light. It is pitch
Okay.
black in
Fair
here.
enough. Yeah.
So yeah, it's clearly holding something, but you cannot see what it's holding. And then
Okay.
it too sprints for an exit. Not the same one. It's going to sprint for a window at the back of the warehouse.
Hmm. Okay. I run and follow it to try and see what it's holding, not to catch up and attack.
Okay, could you make a perception roll, please? I'm going to assign a difficulty of 15. Because it is difficult to make out.
That would be a 20 or something.
Natural 20 is a natural 20. So, yes, it is holding a baby. And in fact, with that roll, you get a rough idea of exactly what this creature is. I will show you the picture from the monster manual. There you go. It's one of them.
Oh, lovely. I'm glad it's running away, put it that way.
Yes, it's carrying its baby away.
Does it look like it's its baby? I.e. a
Yes,
baby one
yeah,
of those?
that's why it's hard to discern, because it's just a mass of white fur.
Okay, so I don't follow it.
Hmm.
And I return back to Dak and Ardus, warily circling this new person.
Yeah, okay, so, over to you guys. You don't need me for this bit.
Dak, what's up with you? What's up with you?
No.
So we'll put Dak on a hit point so that you're conscious enough to roleplay
Oh,
and introduce
hit
yourself.
me in the back. Where's the hobbit?
Doesn't look very well.
Oh, that hurt. What
Who are
was it?
you?
I saw you coming in here. I followed.
Can you do anything for these?
I didn't know they were in here.
Yeah, can you help them? I can't do anything. Shake Ardus a bit.
Ardus is absolutely solid and cold to the touch, so when you shake him, his entire body moves.
Well, we better warm him up. Is there anything around that we can warm him up with? I suppose I could cuddle him, but that wouldn't be very good.
I don't know. You're like a blanket with a built-in hot water bottle, aren't you?
Yeah, okay. I'll hug him to try to warm him up, while Dak tries to find something to make it more practical.
I'll push myself up and sort of, oh, what happened? Where are we? It's
Okay.
dark.
It's okay.
It's still dark.
It's safe, I think.
You are in an extremely dark warehouse. There are wooden crates, and there's no longer a soft, warm rug on the floor.
I'll light up a torch and give it to the Goliath.
Okay.
Okay.
As you hold the torch around, you can see that the building is made partially from stone at the lower level and wood at the higher level. There's a windows at each end of the long ends along the top wall, one of which the Yeti's just climbed through. Oops, I said what it was. Has just climbed through, which obviously has no glass in. The one at the other end still has its glass in. There's also, at the end nearest the shore, there are some big doors, and there's the side door you walked in. This side of the warehouse has a number of boxes within. crates, square wooden crates.
I start
Okay.
ripping open crates.
They are full of gold.
Bloody gold! What the hell do we do with gold?
I'll take a hold of one.
Oh,
Great.
Might be useful
It's
later.
shiny brick. What the hell am I supposed to do with that? How am I supposed to help these guys with that?
I'll help break some crates up now and sort of like, so I've sort of come to and know where I am. And
These are large, heavy wooden bars. So they're actually like you wouldn't want to carry these around for too long. They're actually
If we use the bars as a circle, we can put the firewood in the middle and it won't spread.
yeah.
Okay, you've kind of produced with golden bars. Okay, I like it. So who are you?
I'm Paulus. I
Paulus?
heard there's people trapped in these mines, so I'm coming to see if I can help out.
well, that's where we were going until we were
That's what we're doing.
by hook or
So
rug.
I look over to Dak. What do you think? Shall we join forces?
When you look at Pholus, Pholus is actually, would you like to sort of describe him for everyone, Steffi?
Sort of dwarf size built, but it's a more sort of a goblin gnome features, and the skin looks almost wooden, and no hair, no eyebrows, nothing like that.
Can't be doing with people without fur, but I suppose needs must.
We have follicle extremes.
Yeah. So I'll hold the torch up over Phyllis. And, what are you?
Very
I'm a
subtle.
barbarian. What do you expect?
I dig Dak in the rib.
I'm a blacksmith.
Sorry, Ash Steffi, I didn't hear that.
I'm a blacksmith.
Yeah, okay, I can believe that. No eyebrows, yeah, never forged, yeah. I've done that myself a couple of times, don't like it. Singe first, that's awful.
Well, we're in no condition to continue this at the moment. Where's Ordus?
Ordus is here. He's I'm trying to warm him up at the minute. There's nothing odd going on, I assure you. I put him down, see if he's warmed up at all. Prod him a little bit.
No, but you feel really cold. In fact, as you let him go, your fur has stuck to an icen layer that appears to have covered him.
That's cold.
Yes.
That's some sort of evil magic.
I take it he's usually more animated.
Usually a little, yes. He's usually getting us in trouble, nicking people's money and sleeping in people's beds.
Well, yeah, let's try and warm him up, I suppose.
Okay, let's see if we can get this fire going.
Yeah, okay. Is there anything I can use to blank out the windows while the fire's getting going?
Only if you're carrying something. Meanwhile, Pholus, you get a voice in your head, a familiar voice to you.
Drats! I needed that little thing alive. You'll have to take him into the mountain. I'll talk to you more when you get closer.
Paulus, you look a little distracted.
Do you think they'll come back?
No, I don't think so. I think, from what I saw, it looks like he was just protecting his young. But I'm more worried about the what they call humans around here. They seem to be the dangerous ones.
The new ones or the regular ones?
The large size, the extra large size.
Let's call them curators for ease of differentiation. That ties in with their lore.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think that they're called curators, but they're new around here, certainly.
I'd rather stick with the other ones, to be honest.
I think I've got
None of
this,
them particularly good.
I think I've got this fire about going. Drag Arliss over here.
Yeah, okay, if I must. I drag him closer to the fire. Try to toast one side of him at least.
Okay, and you spend some time next to this fire, and unfortunately, Ardus does not appear to be thawing out at all.
Should we hook him up a sled?
Well, I'm not going to carry him. So yeah, let's see if we can make something up.
Yeah, you smash open some more gold crates and discard the gold to use the wood to make a sled. There isn't really a progress on how strong it is there? But...
It'd be breaking Arliss' heart if he was here.
We can come back on the way back, surely.
Okay, I feel so bad for Ardus that I took one bar into his belt. It's no good to me, but you can have it.
Sorry, I actually missed that.
I feel so bad for Ardus that I took a gold bar into his belt.
Oh. Yeah, that will make him happy.
Won't keep him warm, but it'll make him happy.
A happy little dead halfling. So,
are we going to rest here? Because I can't carry on.
Fullest, you've been around here. What's around here? Is there anywhere safer that we could rest?
I've only just got here. I've been travelling from the forest.
Forest? So could we rest there?
Could we rest there, Becky?
no. I didn't know you'd come from the forest, actually.
I thought I was...
So at this moment in time, if I just get my whiteboard up so I can draw on this, you are... Oh, draw. Why won't you draw, damn it? It's all not working. Gosh, hang on. I can do this. There we go. At this moment in time, you are here on this coast, and there's an enchanted forest, the other side of the mountain range, and Moraine Archipelago City spreading out into the sea before you. So really...
Okay, well, thinking about it, if that creature was resting here, we're the only person who disturbed it, so if we put this fire out, maybe we could rest here.
Should we put it out if we want your friend to recover?
Well, I sort of kick Ardus. It doesn't seem to be making any difference.
Ardus topples over face first into the fire. He's still frozen.
Actually, that's a good experiment. I sort of pick him up. Is he burned?
No, still frozen.
Okay, this definitely isn't going to do any good then. So yeah, let's put the fire out and rest.
Okay. Because these are not comfortable surroundings, I'm not going to give you the full benefit of a long rest. Oh, fuck it, your first level, go on. Just this once. Just this once.
Well, Savannah's wrapped in fur, so he'll be comfy.
Yeah.
Go on, you get one exhaustion level back, so you should still just have the one. Which I need to... where's my... Alright, I'm going to find the rules for that, but carry on. And yes, you get your hit points back.
Oh, all of them? Excellent.
Yeah. standard long rest thing. Unfortunately, I don't actually ever remember reading the exhaustion rules in the rule book. The only place that I know for sure exactly where they are is the DM screen. I left it downstairs.
157. I was reading it today, I
Oh,
believe.
really?
Apparently on 2 we're half speed, and 1 it's a disadvantage on ability checks.
Yeah. So that's where you're back to now. Okay. So, you have a night's rest. In the morning, Pholus, you get another message from that familiar voice again.
You must now hurry. He does not have long.
You have until the end of the next sun.
So
Yeah,
we better
friend
get
isn't
going.
looking. Your friend isn't looking so good. Maybe getting him on the move will help. Some fresh air.
Yeah.
Well, he's never been that fond of
Definitely.
fresh air, but yeah, we'll try that. Well, we're still going to get into the mountain anyway, so it's either through the front or over the top.
He's only a hobbit. I can carry him.
Okay, so we'll rig up some sort of sling with insulation, bit of wood between.
Yeah, you're working with limited materials, so basically, you can make a sled, no problem with that, and I guess you could nail his clothes to the sled to stop him sliding off it, unless you've got a better idea.
Oh yeah, no, I like that idea. Savannah brightens up when he thinks of that one.
I don't know how else you'd stop him sliding off. I mean, you've not got enough material to make a coffin.
Is there a blanket? Is a bedroll in the explorer's pack?
Yeah, there
Oh
is.
yeah. You could. Yeah, I suppose.
We can nail his bedroll to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I reckon, and yeah, okay, so we'll do that. Make a little pouch for the hobbit.
Okay.
I'll sort of stick my water skin under his lip and give it a squeeze so he's still being hydrated.
Ooh.
Very thoughtful. I do suspect, being frozen, that he's got quite a lot of water going on at the moment. But yes, you head off, and of course, what you find is as you remember from before, but now you can see it up close and in daylight, is the top of the mountain was somehow in the Dragon War. It was blown off and fell down. It's completely covering the old entrance to the gold mines. So where there was previously an entrance, there's now quite a lot of mountain. Um, and yeah, there doesn't appear to be a way in there. The only...
Well,
Sorry, you were saying?
no, carry on. I can describe you might paint yourself into a corner, so I'll let you carry on.
No, after you, I insist.
It doesn't look like we're going to be moving that lot. Carry on.
Yeah, no, you're definitely not. So the only clear way or possible way maybe in is going to be from the top, or by going to the far northern end of the range and seeing if it's possible to get in to the other end of the mines, because there used to be an abandoned mine in the north.
How long do we expect that would take?
A couple of days. You've got to get upriver.
I think we can get in the top.
Well, we've been around for had this for a couple of days. There probably no danger for a couple of days in there. It might be safe to go around to the other entrance.
You want to drag your friend along the river? That's probably going to be quite cold.
Yeah,
Not help his
probably
condition
right.
much.
But yeah, Dak's pretty strong. How are you feeling, Dak? You all right now?
I
Dak?
think you're muted. Or not. Maybe it's just deaf. Hello, Phil?
Earth calling Phil.
We can't hear anything. No, you're completely silent.
Well, we've got one stone cold and one stone deaf, so
Just after I did that video where I said don't play a mute character and he loses his sound. So whilst we resolve technical
once we
problems...
resolve that, I think we'll continue role-playing this then. Well, you might be right, but carrying that mountain is going to be difficult as well.
You have a Goliath.
Yeah, we do. I can climb. I don't mind climbing. But I tell you what, shall we see how difficult it is? We can always turn back and go the other way.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think that we will proceed with the plan A.
Okay. And just to let you know, Phil, we still can't hear anything you're saying. So you set off up the mountain path to climb the mountain. And at first, on the low levels of the mountain, I'm getting a lot of echo, by the way. I think it might be you, Steffi, because your picture appears sometimes in echo. Do you have your sound coming in your headset?
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you still have it when I mute myself?
No, it stopped. So definitely getting some echo back.
Okay, that's odd. I'll have a look about that.
Okay. So lots of technical problems tonight. Jenny, where are you now? No. Just, it's all gone wrong in your absence. Okay, so you set up, and in the lower levels of the mountain, it's actually quite easy traveling. It's not that difficult. But as you're getting higher, what's initially sort of patches of grass and hard dirt starts turning to scree. And then from scree, it starts turning to jagged rocks. But you actually make quite good progress for several hours climbing up. Don't really have many great difficulties in your ascent of the mountain. You stop for lunch, have something to eat, and then move on. And as you get closer to the evening, and you're getting quite high in the mountains by this point, and you're kind of sort of up amongst the cloud layer, and that's when the terrain starts getting really quite difficult. And could I ask somebody to make a, let's say, history roll, and we'll set the DC to, let's say, 12.
Anybody in particular?
Just whoever feels most, best appropriate to the party, because I tend to just make one person roll for these things.
Well, I don't know whether my history is very good, but I suppose my character would feel knowledgeable about history, and if he isn't, so I'll make the roll.
Am I back yet?
Yay!
Yay! I don't know what happened there.
Actually, for Phil, I'll make it DC 8 because it would be more relevant to a giant than to anyone else.
Well, I seem to have passed the roll anyway.
Okay.
So what was I missed that because I was just trying to resolve the mic issue.
Oh, it's death save. No, I'm kidding. It only needed one person to succeed, and Mark did it in your absence, so I shall now reveal what that was all about. So, as you climb the mountain, and I'm just going to reduce the size of this background image just a bit because it might just show you slightly more. Oh, I've got so many layers open. I'm going to drag it up to the top for a moment. Come on, move to the top. Ah! These things never work live, do they? Come to the top. There we go. So, as you can see, what you're starting to get as you climb up the mountain are these floating rocks. And it does appear that you're going to have to jump across one of these rocks in order to proceed up the side of the mountain. And you'll be jumping from it. Although this is equivalent of the area, but the jump you're going to have to make is going to be a kind of oh gosh, Becky, get yourself under control. It will be a jump from one like that down to there. So, nice and easy. And the thing about, or the reason for the history roll is because this reminds Dak of a legendary place where the Goliath hunt, or in seeking their glory in the northern deserts. There's a place known as Salen's Reach, and these floating rocks remind him of Salen's Reach. And the thing about Salen's Reach is 1,000 or more years ago, there used to be this wizard known as Salen, a great powerful mage, and he built his tower on top of a floating city. But when he died, the floating city, or the floating tower, the land it was on, the rock it was on, that was floating in the sky, began to break up. But it didn't all fall to earth. The magic that was holding it up has been slowly wilting ever since, and for thousands of years these bits of rubble have been streaming out of the sky, and there is now this constant stream of rubble from high up above the clouds all the way down to the earth, and it's slowly building a mountain range underneath it as it all slowly comes down over thousands of years. And that area, Salen's Reach, as it's now called, is hunted by Goliath seeking glory. At the lower levels, they've built bridges to make the earlier levels ascending up them easier, and then they'll leap from piece of debris to piece of debris as they climb these slowly descending huge chunks of rocks, on which are hordes of goblins, orcs, and elementals, many elementals. So there's a lot of glory for a giant to have as they ascend Salen's Reach, to try and make the crucible at the top. So at the very top is this metal spherical crucible that it's rumoured that some tribes have in the past managed to reach the crucible, but none have yet managed to enter it. So that's the story of Salen's Reach, and these floating rocks are very similar to that. But it's not been known that there's no history that any of you know that places Salen in this area of the world.
Ooh, this gives me a bad feeling.
Yes, looks very familiar to me. We need to jump from rock to rock to progress.
I've read about something like this. It's not sounding good. Sounds like we might have a fight up here.
All the better. Bigger the fight, the more glory.
Okay. How far is the first rock jump, Becky?
It's going to be a dive through the air of a few 100 meters down. It's going to be a heavy landing.
Right, so no
What
tether
do
then.
we do with the halfling?
We throw him first.
I was going to say, we've already perfected our halfling throwing technique.
And it's at that moment that you hear the roar of a yeti down the slope behind you. It's apparently been following you, and it emerges from the clearing behind you going, "Roar!"
Okay.
Okay, so that's
I think that jump's looking much easier to me now.
You have a choice.
Not much of a one.
I'll draw my axe and cover the rear.
I was hoping the big guy was going to lead the way, but okay. Here we go.
Right.
It's going to be a jump for a catch.
So who?
You should go ahead of me. You look more athletic.
Oh, thank you.
You're all going to obviously make the jump and end up rolling. So the question is, who's going to be throwing Ardis? Or jumping with them? How are you dealing with Ardis?
I'll keep him with me, and I'll jump with him. Because I can. can carry a halfling easily enough.
But are you carrying the sled?
Um,
No, it.
no.
Okay.
I can't see how we can. If we're jumping from rock to rock, a sled's going to be in the way.
Okay. So let's have an acrobatics roll from everybody, please. And the success of it will determine basically what you land on.
Okay, we're still on disadvantage, aren't we?
That's a
You are,
19.
yes, you are on the disadvantage.
Oh, right, yes, of course.
Oh dear.
Not Pholus, but everyone
Can
else.
I go
Shut
with
up.
athletics?
Yeah,
So did you say athletics?
that's right. Yeah, athletics.
Athletics.
Oh, sorry,
Okay.
acrobatics. Acrobatics. Sorry. I said yeah. I was actually, to be honest, it can be either. I can see merit for having strength on this actually. So yeah, either, whichever you prefer.
Well, okay, athletics, strangely enough.
Okay. My lowest is 19 with the bonus.
Okay.
My lowest is a 16.
And Steffi, you only needed to roll one there. Is that 11 from earlier? Because you're not exhausted.
Okay, sorry.
So
Just
you're
hit clear, Steffi, that drops.
The 11 was for earlier.
Oh, okay.
The
So what's your
medicine
total?
check.
So what's your total
10.
on this roll, please? 10. Okay. And what was your total, Phil? Dak, what's your total?
Gone again?
My total, my biggest one is 16.
16. Okay, that's reasonably good then. So, leading the way, gliding through the air, making it all appear effortless is Savannah. And he glides down, he reduces a lot of his speed with his body position and lands in a small area of water relatively safely. Catching, as he lands, he's catching the reduced gravity of this rockfall and actually manages to fly that low gravity zone in that's holding the rock in the air.
Oh, neat.
Dak is the next one down on account of his extra momentum holding on to Ardus, prevents him from reducing his own speed. And he's heading straight for some trees. And just by sheer luck, he is decelerated as he hits the low gravity zone just as he comes in to land. And takes just a small amount of damage as he drops through the trees. Well, that was lucky. Just the one.
Just, ooh.
And Pholus crashes hard into the ground, taking 9 damage.
I'm unconscious.
Really sorry.
Run over. Are you okay? Hey.
I'll
Oh,
cover
I'm
that.
unconscious.
Oh, not another one.
I'll swap you for the halfling. That's it.
Okay.
Is anyone going to attempt a medicine roll to stabilize her?
Yeah, we'll give it a go.
I don't think I can.
Yeah, I'll attempt to minister.
Okay.
You want to roll against that? I take it. Oh, yeah, I'm clicking the wrong one.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's a 21, in fact.
You stabilize Pholus, and after a few minutes, Pholus comes around and regains consciousness.
Oh, thank God for that. I thought I was going to have to carry you.
You are just on the 1 hit point, though, for the moment.
Okay.
Right.
Look around.
Can
Okay.
we still go in from here, or is it
Yeah.
a larger rock than that?
Now you can
Is it
start.
still behind us?
Sorry, is the
Is it still behind us, the
Uh,
Yeti?
the Yeti? The Yeti stands looking over the jump. It's perched on the edge, going. "Rah, rah, rah."
I think
First
it can
is
make
speed.
it.
Okay, so presumably you continue your ascent of the mountain,
We do indeed.
Yeah.
and it's starting to get dark now, after a few minutes travel, you sort of notice the lights beginning to fade, and the terrain is getting rockier and rockier and rockier when it starts to snow.
Mhm.
But earlier you thought you were above the cloud, but the cloud's risen up and is now snowing on you.
That's not such a problem for Dak because he's got the mountain-borne ability and he's acclimatized to high altitude and cold weather.
Yeah.
I'll accept that.
Savannah is nice and warm inside his fur. He just licks off the snowflakes.
But you're not.
No
Yeah.
high altitude ability, but he's resistant to cold.
He is resistant to cold. Okay, I can accept that. Pholus, do you have
I'm
anything?
Severin.
I'm sorry?
I'm Severin. I have nothing. I'm Severin there.
Okay, could you make a constitution save, please? Yeah, if you don't make camp right now, you're basically gonna pick up a level of exhaustion. You're really feeling it.
Well, maybe we should camp here.
Yeah, we can camp.
I like that idea.
Okay.
Is there any trees around? Any branches?
Yeah.
And yeah.
Plenty of them. Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh, would you be above the tree line by now? Yeah, I'll give it to you. I'll give you some pines.
okay. So we'll gather some wood and I'll use my tinderbox and my pack and try a fire.
Okay. So, pretty easy to spot on the side of the mountain then. The only bright light. So
Well, if
just think.
Pholus is cold,
How are you going to do like guards and watches and stuff like that?
I'll
Take it in turns, I would think.
divvy it up. I mean, I can take the first watch.
I
Okay.
think in the darkness, Pholus and Savannah are going to be the best. So, when does it get light around here? What's the hours of darkness?
Oh, good question. Did we establish a time of year or anything? We didn't, did we? So I'm going to say there's, let's say, 16 hours of good light in a day. So nice and convenient, 8 hours of darkness, and that's when you rest. So
Okay. Yep. So, are we going to? Dak, how much can you see? Are you okay to guard?
I've got no night vision, but while it's still dusk, I can. If you took the darkest part of the night, it'd be better for me.
Yep. Sounds like a plan.
okay.
So it sounds like Dak, Savannah, Pholus, or something like that.
Yeah.
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 Okay. I'm going to make a little roll-in secret here. Right, Dak, could you make a perception roll, please?
Yeah. Where's that coming up?
Hey, there it is.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. So,
That's it. What is it? Oh,
you
It's
rolled a
good.
yay, 16.
So, you have not set camp for long when you hear the sound coming up the path, and you hear it before you see it, but once you hear it, you can soon spot it coming up the trail beneath you. You can see a yeti climbing over rocks.
Okay. Okay, so that's got to be get the great axe out and prepare for a fight. So I try and wake the other two up. That's happening. And I
What?
start, and I put myself between the camp and the Yeti.
Bloody hell, all
Okay.
those airy things.
How deep is the snow?
I'm just going to say a couple of inches at this point.
Any loose rocks?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Max, do you think you could loosen a few of those rocks over there?
We don't need to loosen rocks when I get out with my axe.
Yeah, but better to not have it get here.
Okay,
I can fire a few blasts at the rocks to loosen them up before he pulls them free.
So this is Eldritch Blast, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, cackling energy emerges from around Folus's hands, and lightning forms striking at the rocks, unsettling a
Bloody
large
hell.
number of them. Actually, I say a large number of them. It's D10 damage, so why don't you roll a D10? That's how many rocks you unsettle. Two rocks.
2.
Mm.
I pick up the largest one I can, and I can pick it up. I can pick up twice my normal capacity, one size larger when determining carrying capacity and lift.
Okay, so you go for a rock that wasn't unsettled and just wrench it out the ground.
And
Get a big one.
I hurl it down the path at the Yeti.
Okay. Okay.
Savannah attempts to pick the other ones out of place.
I'll pick up one of the ones that I did and throw it down anyway, so it looks like I'm helping.
Can I have dex rolls from what dex rolls it would be? I guess it would be athletics rolls from Dak and Folus. And sorry, you were doing it as well, weren't you, Savannah?
Yeah,
So,
I was doing,
Yeah.
trying to move one of the
Yeah.
missing ones.
yeah.
That's-
So let's have.
That's an 8 from me.
Oh, are
Oh,
we still disadvantaged or not?
This is an ability check, so yeah.
Okay, well, I got bugger all then. What's that?
Oh, that's just a fail. You've got a 1.
We'll clear that before anybody sees it.
And I think Steffi got a 1 as well. So the target
Yeah.
number.
Savannah slips
Yeah.
over in the
Mine's
snow,
an
bangs its head on the rock, and it doesn't move.
Okay, nonetheless, despite all of this, the Yeti completely fails to dodge. It's just so not expecting rocks to be thrown at it. Completely fails to dodge the particularly large one thrown by Dak. So, yeah, I mean, oh, crikey, how am I going to rule that?
I would
Okay,
say
roll
Yeti.
3d. Roll
I
3d6 damage, and I'm going to
believe
make a.
it's 3d10 for a boulder trap.
Really? Yeah, let's go for that then. Let's do that. But I'm also going to make the Yeti make a dex save to see if it can keep standing up, and it'll have to exceed your half your damage to pass. So let's do that. There you
that-
go. There's a funky roll.
Me do a 3d10, yeah?
3d10. Go on. And if the Yeti fails, it's going to go tumbling down the mountainside. So let's
4, 10, and 9.
23. So if the Yeti gets 12 or more on its dex save, it gets +1. So 11 or more on this dice, then it's fine. 10 or less, it goes tumbling down the mountainside. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. The Yeti keeps itself to being whacked by this huge boulder and taking quite a substantial amount of damage. It manages to regain its footing, and pebbles go flying everywhere as it screeches out, and it redirects the boulder off to the side, and it bounces down the mountainside a few times before taking out the top of a pine tree and then going over the precipice. Let's have initiative.
Just to confirm, I haven't got any health back in that 5-minute rest we had.
You could take the benefit of a short rest by using one of your hit die.
I shall do that.
Yeah. Right, I had a cocked die, so I'm just going to roll again. Oh.
I've seen a video about that.
A cocked die.
Yeah, I think somebody did a video about cheating.
It,
I think of that.
it was between two numbers. What do you do? I always re-roll that. What do you want me to do? Pick one of the numbers? No. God, it's so harsh.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, there's some? Sorry, what's the
Fine. Fine.
plus on that? Yeah.
Fine. I shall penalise myself with a natural roll of a 1 plus its dex bonus. Because you lot accused me of cheating. On a
I just said I'd seen a video. I didn't say anything about you.
Oh, no. There was no implication there, was there? You watch that back. That was a cocked die. Right. So where are we all? So
That's a 19 for me.
19.
And me.
Oh, a 19 over there, and Mark's a 14. So it's going to be Duck and Folus first.
So if the Yeti's, how far is the Yeti? Sorry, it's down the path a bit, but
Yeah, down the path a bit. So you can. I'm going to do the usual. You can run at him and take an action if you so choose.
I will take up my axe again and charge down the path, wielding my axe above my head and charge it.
Okay, let's have an attack roll, please.
Let's clear that first. It's a bit slow, this, isn't it? 9. Oh, plus 5 is 14.
Yeah, that's. Oh, yeah, that does hit. That does hit. Let's have your damage.
That's an 11.
11. Okay. The Yeti, taking this huge axe in its side after it had just dealt with the boulder, actually looks quite wounded. And when you look at its eyes, you can actually see fear in its eyes. Bolus.
Ooh.
It's your go, Folus.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'll shoot another blast at it.
Okay. So that's spell attack bonus, isn't it? Just against CAC. So yep.
Did it roll?
Sorry. You roll.
Did it
on that.
roll? I'm not seeing it.
Oh, I see. It's not come up on my screen either. It is going slow
That's a
tonight. You're right.
version.
Okay,
Oh, there you go.
it is.
15. So I presume you got
Okay.
bonuses on that too. So it's going to hit. So let's have the damage too. So the damage is D10, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a 6.
Okay. All right. Savannah, what was your initiative roll?
14, I think.
14. Okay, so you beat my 2. You know, I'm not going to give you inspiration for ages now.
I've never had inspiration in real life or in role playing. So Yes, Savannah will dash down the path into melee range and attack with arm blades, whirling.
Okay, let's have your to hit and damage rolls, please.
Okay, do you want both attacks at once?
You may as well. Everyone else is hitting, and the dice roller seems slow enough as it is. So.
Natural 20
Oh.
and a
It's max damage.
which is 10. The other one is 16
Yeah, that's a hit.
for 9 damage.
Okay, so within a turn, you lot have torn a Yeti to pieces. So would you like to describe how this poor Yeti, who is first of all gets a boulder at it, then this axe in the side, struck by lightning, and then Savannah dispatches it.
Elegantly, pirouetting neatly, slides between Dak and the Yeti, inserting arm blades into either side of the Yeti.
And the feared look on its eyes
Oh,
becomes extremely intense, and then its eyes cross, and
too late. Dak will say, wait! As it collapses to the ground. And I'll say, there was no glory in that.
And there's never glory in death.
I don't think it wanted to hurt us, actually. I saw its eyes.
Now
And
you say something.
okay. Unless you guys want to do some more role playing there, I'm just going to take a few minutes break because I'm going to make myself a cup of coffee and have a smoke. So if you want to do some more role playing, great. Otherwise, coffee break.
coffee.
Okay. Coffee break, I think. Back in 5.
Yep.
Hi, kitty. Yeah, I love. Oh, it's a fluffy cat.
So, we're trundling along with 0 live viewers. I don't promote these as much, but I do tend to get some views like after posting. But certainly no one's watching live, which is a bit of a shame because I got the chat thing up today. It was my experiment. Does the live chat encourage more people in a live game to get involved in the chat and stuff? And no one's been here because I don't promote these enough. I'm just wondering if is this even set to be viewable by the public? Yeah, no, somebody is watching. One person. Are they? No, it says 0
Wouldn't that
viewers.
be you? Have it up.
Yeah, yeah, that would be me. Wow. So yeah. Where have all my viewers gone? I had loads last night in my live stream, but no, I don't promote
Did
the
you know I
live
was
games.
going to be here?
It's not having Jenny. That's it. It's my entire audience tunes in for Jenny. They don't tune in for
That
me.
must be
They don't know you yet, so they don't tune in for me at all. They come to my channel to watch Jenny. That's what it is. Fuck my life. God damn it.
It's all that chemistry. You just come to sip yous.
Didn't even message me on Valentine's Day. Oh.
Ridiculous.
Harsh. So yeah, if I had live viewers right now, I'd tell you to do the live chat thing. Type a message on the live chat. It'll come up on the stream. But no, no one's watching. Look, it comes up like that. It works. Ho hum. Gutted. Gutted. Maybe I should do a post, but then we're halfway through the session now. So that kind of sucks.
Well, they can rewrote the first half.
I'm going to try and get the control panel up because I want to see if we had an audience and I scared them away. And I always forget to look at this control panel during the stream, and then once the stream's gone, like once you've finished it, you can't look at it again for like weeks after until YouTube processes the analytics. So I'm curious to know. I'll be waiting for everyone to come back. I'm curious to know what the data is on viewing figures for the first part of the session. Come on, control panel. No, wrong thing. Go there. Go there. Yes, go there. Live control room, that's what I'm after. The weirdest thing did happen with my stream the other day. It said it was in the past, and we had a peak of 2 viewers, so we lost them. Oh no! Come back, all is forgiven. Analytics, there we go. Yeah, they left us at 8:40. Oh, harsh. Had a few
Probably
people.
thought the pod was going to be dead by then.
Yeah. So it's a pretty weak session, to be honest. There's the viewing graph. It's it's a bit disastrous. But then, as I say, I don't promote the live play games because they're not the most popular thing for watching live for some reason. But yes, but in the future, anyone watching this, because I do get views after the stream. So anyone watching this, if you do manage to tune in live in 2 weeks' time, Tuesday, 8 to 8:30 p.m. start time, then you can chat in the thing and it comes up in the stream and it's really cool. But there's no one here right now to give that message to. So.
And Jenny will be here.
And in 2 weeks' time, Jenny will be here, so we'll have loads of viewers because apparently they tune in for her, not me.
They must be really confused if they're tuning in to see Jenny and just see me in her place. Like, what can do her?
She dyed her hair or something. Yeah, that's like I don't know. I don't know. She's washing her hair, people. She'll be gone a while. Anyway, we all seem to be back. So, yes, there you are with a dead Yeti at your feet. And, yeah, it's the start of the night still. You hadn't got much rest at all. So, presumably, you go back to making your camp.
Back to the campfire.
Yeah. And what I'd like to do, because you're getting pushed on time, I'd like to see, because like, you're all quite exhausted and stuff. So I think we should do a constitution check at a DC 8 to see if you basically just aren't ready to travel, if you've got to push yourself to get going early.
Yeah, that's a
And you all
pass.
cleared that, didn't you? So, yeah. Okay, so yeah, you get up at first light and you're just so in the rhythm of doing it, and it doesn't feel like a strain, sadly, because I love giving out exhaustion.
Back to 2 exhaustion again.
You can take hit points away, and the players just take 10 minutes rest and they're fine. You give them exhaustion, they're screwed. Right? So you start trekking up the mountain, and it starts to become a very difficult climb, especially as you no longer have the sled for taking Ardus with you. So
Right.
as you're getting quite close to the peak now, and you can feel the rock is starting to feel a bit warm to the touch. You'd expect it to be cold, especially as you're now so far above the clouds during the night. The clouds have come down. It's no longer snowing, and you're beyond any snow layer now, and it's just rock, and yeah, they feel cold to the touch. Sorry, warm to the touch. The any snow here's melted away. The last kind of couple of 100 meters to the top are particularly steep and jagged and difficult. So what I would like is an acrobatics roll to see if you fall, basically, because it's a hard climb.
Okay, so at that point we should be roped together.
Yes, I was going to say we should take our rope out and push
Okay.
ourselves together.
So if Dak
And
falls,
get
you all
Ardus
fall.
on us.
That's a 19.
Okay.
Okay, oh, mine
So you said athletics or aerobatics?
Like, this is acrobatics.
Acrobatics. Oh, sorry, that's a 15. Sorry.
Okay.
That's a 13.
13. And
Oh, sorry, did we clear the exhaustion?
those of you would have got... No, you wouldn't have cleared the exhaustion because it wasn't a proper night's rest.
Acrobatics then is 12.
Okay, and Dak, you need to make another dice roll because you still got exhaustion.
Sorry, I forgot that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay.
Folus has a bit of a moment where his grip goes, but the rope catches him and he's able to scramble back. And because your character is male, right? If I remember rightly.
Yes.
Yeah. And yeah, so you're saved by the rope and the fact that Dak didn't fall because he was close to the way. Mind you, Savannah's not small either. But yeah, you make your way to the top of the mountain, the top that got blown off. And as you reach the top and you look down at what's below, the mountain appears to... It's almost like the what do they call it, the caldera of a volcano, where the top has sheared off, like something exploded from inside, and there's little vents of steam sprouting out from between the rocks. They go and dissipate, and then another one sprouts up from somewhere else, and yeah, so this sort of landscape before you, it's probably a mile across to the other side. So it's like quite a large amount of mountain blew off the top.
Hmm.
And as you look down across what's in front of you, you can see that on the left-hand wall of the caldera rim, there's definite gaps in the rock, like something is below. Like you can get below the surface there, most definitely. But it's also where the most amount of steam appears to be erupting from.
Any
Uh,
change in Ardis with the heat?
Any what? Sorry.
Ardis?
No, Ardis is still frozen solid.
Look over there. It seems to be that might be a way over there.
Does any of it look man-made rather than natural fissures?
It looks like there was an explosion from inside the mountain.
Okay, but no sort of open shafts that are obviously square.
No, because I think anything that would have been square has got sufficient rubble around it to no longer look square from where you are, most definitely.
Okay, well, no better way than taking a look over there then.
Yeah, so it's definitely the largest, most likely entrance you see. However, it also appears to be where there is the most steam.
Is it quite a large entrance? Can we go in below the steam, or
Steam appears
physically looking into it?
Steam appears to be erupting out of the entrance at random points. You can't discern a pattern to it as you walk across. And it takes a good sort of 30 minutes to cross. And as you're getting closer, the page isn't hit. There we go. There it is. Just checking stuff. Yeah. So, as you're getting closer, you begin to think that that's not so much random steam erupting. You can make out faces in the steam as it erupts out and dissipates. There's definite faces to the steam, and you think you see a face, and then the next one to erupt, well, that's got the same thing. So's that one.
Hmm.
Is there any pattern to the faces? Do they all appear to be a certain race, or
You can't
is it like
discern.
emojis?
You can't discern a race from what you see. They don't appear to be identical. Certainly, the pattern of the steam is always slightly different. It's like trying to tell apart the stripes on a zebra. It's very hard unless you're a zebra. So it's very, very difficult to spot differences between one of these things and the next. But they certainly don't appear to be identical. You just wouldn't know. You just wouldn't recognize one in a lineup,
As we get closer, can we feel heat coming from the steam?
Yes.
It is actually steam, is it? It is.
Yeah, you're feeling more heat as you get closer to this entranceway. It's this like craggy gap in the rocks, and then these things are flying out from beneath. And as you get closer still, you can discern that these are kind of they almost look like they're winged creatures, but as they get out to the outside, they seem to be dissolving, and they're sort of popping up every 20 to 30 seconds.
Not sure we can make it in there.
I wonder if they're some sort of creatures of heat, if they can't survive out here in the cold. We have something very cold with us. Can we use Ardis as a shield? Sounds like a good plan to me.
Wow. Jenny's going to watch this.
So you're putting him in face first.
I've already put him in the fire face first. Okay, wait, you come up with another plan.
Oh dear me. It's not worth being unconscious with this group.
This'll teach her for taking a holiday.
So from this side of the caldera, can we see anything up on the side we were on, but lower below us? That would have
any
been
other
below us?
options?
If you explore around, yeah, I'll give you a perception roll to try and find another way in, because certainly you see steam coming up in other places too occasionally.
Okay, so I suggest we split up and search.
Okay, so how long are you going to search for is the question.
How long will it take to cross? About half an hour?
It's a mile, isn't it? But it's difficult terrain, so yeah, something like that.
10 minutes? Should we search for 10 minutes?
I'd go for half an hour myself, but yeah. Savannah will return in about half an hour.
This is going to take you to mid-afternoon.
So you want a perception roll from each of us?
Yeah, everyone is gonna search for this half an hour.
Yeah.
Okay, don't forget those of you with exhaustion have to roll 2 dice.
Oh, I keep forgetting
it could be even worse. No, it's better. So.
That's 11.
Unlucky.
Oh.
Yeah, so after half an hour of searching, you haven't found anything. Like you go to where these memphits are popping up out of the ground. Sorry. Fuck it! Did it again.
Creatures.
Bollocks. No. Why? Where these?
I recognise them already.
You go to where these plumes of steam are erupting from the ground and pull the rocks away, and the gaps are too small and stuff, and you haven't managed to find another way in.
Okay. Well, I couldn't find anything else. It's over that big cave or nothing.
Well, I did say if we didn't find a way in, we should try the other entrance, the other end of the mountains, but I don't fancy going down again.
That jump up is now going to be difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, all or nothing.
Okay.
So we've got to get in.
Are you making an improvised cold barrier out of Ardus in any way?
I certainly am, yeah. Actually, I'm doing slightly more carefully than that, with a little bit of scientific experiment, moving closer, see if they dissipate sooner before committing.
Okay,
I'm not sure about the voice my head feels about this.
It said nothing.
I'm keeping an eye on it just in case.
So you get to the entrance, holding Ardus up in front of you, and it doesn't take long for one to try and slash at Ardus as it goes past, but it soon dissipates.
Can I get a tag of opportunity on that, since I said I was keeping an eye on it?
It dissipates very quickly. It's
Okay, so I just jam my spear into the air near it and not hit anything.
Yeah. So then you proceed inside. And what you find, whilst the entrance to this cave, as it were, is certainly very rough rock, very quickly the rubble gives way to what is an ornately carved corridor with patterns, runic patterns, but not in any language that you recognize. And it doesn't take long for another one of these creatures to burst out along the corridor in front of you and erupt at you, and seeing the heat around you, attempts to latch onto one of you. So What do you do as it approaches your heat source?
Stick the cold thing in front.
Okay, so that's what you're going to try and do.
Yeah.
Polus, I think you wanted to.
Yeah.
I'll give you the attack.
Mm, 12.
You skewer it. Might not kill it though. So let's have your damage too.
That's 6.
6. Okay. You impale the creature with your spear, and it's like buzzing around, but with the spear stuck in, so you're kind of type thing. As Savannah, you try to smother it with Ardus. Let's have.
In so much trouble.
I would say probably acrobatics, but I would also allow you to use sleight of hand.
No, acrobatics is definitely the better. I will attempt to acrobatize it.
Not animal handling?
Yeah, animal handling. I'll give you that one too.
Well, that's only a 8 with the disadvantage.
Okay, so at this moment then, you are trying to flail Ardus around this Memphis that is buzzing around the air, goes with oh crikey, new character's name, Folus, his spear impaled upon it when the creature lashes out with its claws at. I'm just going to randomly pick one of you. Oh, Smeg. It slashes out at the only one to have not yet moved, the most defenseless one, because it wants to try and grab onto your heat source. So it's gonna grab onto Dax. And if I just get my dice tower up. And flails around hopelessly and ineffectually.
Okay. How wide is the corridor?
Oh, good question. So, this is going to be, let's say, this would be, actually, I would say fairly wide, given where this was before the mountain vanished. So, yeah, I'm gonna give it like a 30-foot width.
Oh, okay.
And it looks like at some point in the past, it used to have mountings on the wall for some kind of presumably light source of some description, which is no longer there. But you can sort of see the mounting.
We can see, though, can we?
At the moment you can, because you're quite near the entrance.
Right, okay. Can I step up next to Folus and try and attack with my axe, please?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So I move to one side so I can come away from them and have plenty of room to swing.
Yep.
And that's a 9.
Which is a miss. Okay.
Swinging.
Next round,
Catch my axe onto the road.
Polus manages to break his spear away and is now able to act again if you want to make another attack or such.
Okay, can I tell that it's after body heat?
It's a natural deduction to make, I think, that it seems to want heat.
Okay, I want to light a torch.
Mm-hmm. Okay, interesting.
I'll try to use Dax as a shield as I'm lighting this torch.
Okay, so that's your action this go. Savannah, are you still trying to smother it with Ardus?
No, this doesn't seem to be working, so I unceremoniously drop Ardus and prepare to swing with the
Careful.
arm blades.
Okay, let's have your attack roll.
It's okay, he bounces. You want both at once.
Yeah, go on.
That's a 20 and a 16.
It's 10 damage you do, isn't it? And then the other ones are hits.
10. Plus 7. 17 damage that round.
Yeah, you just slaughter this Memphit. Could everybody make a DC 10 Dex saving throw, please?
Yeah.
Yeah, easily done there for Bark.
Yeah, I can't see the addition, but
Don't forget, it's 2 dice.
Oh, keep
Oh, hang
forgetting
on.
that.
Does that affect saving throws, actually, for one level?
it's his ability check, so I don't know about saving throws.
I've lost it. Where is it? Oh, there it is. No, saving throws isn't until the 3rd level of exhaustion. You're fine.
Good.
It's 1 dice.
Fine. Oh, good.
Right, okay, so it was a 14 and a dex, you said, didn't you? So 15.
Yeah.
For me.
So you'll pass. So what happens as Savannah comes diving in and like bearing down on it with his arm blade, slashing away, he chops this Memphit up, tumbles past, and the rest of you dive to the side as the Memphit explodes over Ardus's solid body, just lying there on the floor. Ardus bounces a little bit down the corridor from the explosion above it.
Okay. I go over to Ardus and sort of kick him a little, see if he's softened up at all.
Not at all.
Bloody hell.
And then you see more Memphits. So you've got the torch lit now, Folus, and you see more Memphits coming, a couple of them coming up the corridor from the depths beyond. What do you do?
Do you know what these things are? That's Dak speaking. Do you know what these things are?
Never seen them before.
No idea. They seem to want the heat though.
Yeah, so I was hoping they wouldn't survive Ardus's cold, but that doesn't seem to be working. How quick are they? How quick are they approaching?
They actually move pretty quickly. You know, certainly the same kind of speed that you could run. You know, it's pretty quick as they fly through the air.
So, well, we've got
Are
to
they
actually tweak
interested at all in my torch?
Yeah, so they're approaching down the corridor now. You've got a moment to react before they're going to be upon you. What do you do?
For the torch. Let's try and run past them.
I throw the torch.
Okay. You toss the torch out in front of you, and the Memphits make a beeline for it. And they seem to they just surround it, and you see another one coming up the corridor now as well, and it makes a beeline for the same spot, and they all start huddling over the torch.
Okay. So I'll grab Ardus and try to run past them.
Okay. You run past and you get to a T-junction. You can see 3 Memphits approaching from the right-hand side, but you also have the option of going left.
Yeah, well, we'll go left.
How fast are they moving? Can we light another torch?
You could do, if you want to light another torch. They'll be upon you by the time you've got it lit, but yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
Can we retreat back slowly down the left-hand passage as we light the torch?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
As you get the torch lit, you realise that behind you, as you're retreating down this passage, is a sheer drop.
Okay, won't go that way.
It looks a long way down. You lose the light beyond the edge of it. So these Memphits, these how many was it? 3, I think I said, wasn't it? Are now upon you.
Drop the torch down the hole.
Yeah.
You drop the torch down the hole.
I throw the torch down the hole.
Okay, they back flap. Don't know how to describe it. They back flap because they do not want to go down that hole. They retreat out the passage toward the exit. Presumably go huddle around the other torch.
Okay.
I think we should go down the other tunnel.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Perhaps we should
Okay,
have another
I'm
torch.
gonna light another torch.
Yeah, no, as I say, have another
so
torch ready
we
as
have
well.
in case more come at us.
How many do you have, by the way?
If you've got an explorer's pack, you get 10.
I have
Okay.
10. That is my 4th I'm lighting now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have an explorer's pack as well.
I've got a explorer's
Okay.
pack. We've got
Oh,
torches.
fuck it. I'm never going to run you out of torches, am I? No, fuck that then.
It's gonna be hard,
Right.
yeah. Find something
Moving on.
else to use, yeah.
Some more torches are disposed of. And then, until eventually you manage to get past what appears to be, for now at least, the last of the Memphits, trying to escape the depths below. The depths which you are venturing into.
Yeah, they're running from something. We're going towards it.
How are we doing for time? We're pretty good on time. Okay. So, as you descend down, what you're finding in this complex is that this used to be some kind of city, but it was thousands of years ago. So there are, as you walk through this particular section, just random section you come across, what you find is there's a number of essentially house doors. There's no doorway left in them. That's long since gone. All that's left is the stone. And the stone of a window, and the stone of the doors. And you appear to be on what was once a street, wide enough to take carts going, 2 carts side by side. There are some buildings that appear to have been once much grander, but these are at least 5,000–6,000 years old. These have been here a very long time.
Are there any carts lying about?
No, any wood has long since rotted away. There's just debris left.
Is it still getting hotter as we go further in?
Yeah. So as you meander your way through this city, you're basically it's a dead, long gone city. Yeah, nothing of value here, even after some searching. You've not got much time to search at the moment, though, so you might come back to it later and maybe find something. But you essentially find there is 2 ways out. So there are 2 large tunnels leading away from this settlement. One of them smells sulfuric, and one of them smells a bit like ozone.
Well, not much to choose between them.
Can we tell anything else? Is there any brown from either, or one's lighter than the other one?
At this moment, that's really the only distinguishing feature until you get deeper down. Just this lingering smell. It's quite faint, but it is there.
Well, sulphur just flames and heat to me, so I'd go ozone route myself.
Yeah, I got no preference on that one.
Sure.
Okay. You start venturing down this deep tunnel, and eventually it's a good 30 minutes of travel down this tunnel before it starts opening up into more frontages again, either side of this tunnel. And then you can see at the edge of your vision, with being illuminated by torch number whatever, you can see what appears to be the glint of crystals, maybe?
Can we tell a colour?
You're getting all sorts of colours back. It's like a prism effect. So.
Okay.
Ooh, pretty.
Okay.
The ozone smell is a bit stronger here now.
Do we get any feeling that this is a sort of mine?
Possibly. But any accoutrements have long since rotted away. which makes it harder to place what was here. And you've not, you know, you've not got, well, you, Pholus, know you've not got much time left in this day, so stopping and searching thoroughly might, take a bit too long. So,
Crystals. Ozone. Says electricity to me. My sphere's standing on end.
as you get closer to the crystals, it's got exceptional hearing here. It's Savannah, really, isn't it? Savannah, you're the first to hear in the depths beyond, somewhere deeper into this section of crystals, somewhere in this possible crystal mine from ages past, very faintly you can hear a booming voice. It's got a definite echo to it.
Shh! I can hear something. Can I tell what it's saying?
Make a perception roll. It's going to be extremely difficult to do so from this range.
That's still plus 2 dice, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the unlikely. Perception is plus 2, so that lowest one is 13.
No, you can't make it out.
We're going to have to get closer.
That might not be a good idea. I don't like the smell of this place.
You like sulfur better? We're looking for people, so I hear voices.
Okay. Okay, so being very careful and looking around us with the torch. Making sure that,
Oh, no reason.
that ominous dice roll.
Okay.
Yeah,
The
we'll move
hair
towards the-
certainly stands on the back of all of your necks when you realise that behind you, as you venture deeper into this crystal cavern, behind you, coming down onto the floor from above, is, as you turn around, an almighty, large, gold dragon. And some of you have seen this dragon before.
Dio! I recognise that dragon.
Oh no.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I know the lore of these dragons. Let me speak.
Its face is heavily scarred.
Take the gold bar from Ardus and hold it out. And speak in Draconian. Please, take this.
Your offering, response in Draconic, is accepted. To whom do I thank for this gift? As it says as it starts chomping on the gold bar.
My name is Savannah. These are my companions. We're trying to help the people here.
Myself also. Your friend needs more urgent help, though.
Yes. Yeah, we just don't know what's wrong. I think a Yeti or something of these mountains affected him.
There is
Can
a
you help?
place in this mountain that can help him.
Can you tell us how to get
Unfortunately,
there?
it is in the caverns that Queen Talanius entered. She
Talanius
also
entered.
digs for gold. We are both wounded.
We know where there's a lot of gold stored.
Yes, but
Can you not get there?
the battle is now in the mountain. In the mountain is much more gold. The first to it will be the winner of this war.
Okay, but you're injured. I know my small amount of gold cannot heal you.
Yes, I am digging my way to the gold, as is she. Did not expect to find the ancient lost city here. But I know what is in this city. I vaguely recall it. But if I am right, the way that Queen Talanius has gone is a shrine. it can help your friend. You need to go that way.
Is there anything we can do to help you?
I just must dig through these crystals, and I must beat Queen Telanius, or all of existence will be lost.
I wish you all the luck.
I mean, if you really want to help, you could kill her, but with due respect, I find it unlikely.
I do think that's unlikely, but should we have the opportunity, we'll certainly help.
Thank you for your gift. Now be gone. I have work to do.
Okay, so I turn and explain and translate to the others.
Oh, so she's on our side then. How comes you know this?
I've studied draconic law for many years. I'm here. I cannot tell you why at the moment, but all will become clear.
We should hurry to that shrine then.
So we need, if we're going to save Ardus, we need to find the other way down. That's probably backtrack to the top and down through the sulfurous route, I suspect.
Mm.
Bolus, you hear a voice in your head. It is a familiar voice. Quickly now! You have less than an hour. I need him alive.
I start walking and I'm urging the others to come with me, sort of. But we know where we're going now. We need to stop standing about and talking about it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay, so you travel back.
Backtrack, yeah.
Just see what you're gonna have to pick up the pace a bit to do it in under an hour. You realise, Bolus. So, how do you encourage the others to go quicker?
Let's. Can I just grab Ardus and then cast Expedious Retreat on myself and run ahead of them?
Yeah, you could. You could. So, Bolus tries to grab Ardus. Who's carrying him at the moment? Is it still Dan?
I think that's me.
Yeah. So yes, this creature tries to grab Ardus. So, what do you do? Do you try to resist that, or?
Well, yeah. What's going on? What are you trying to do?
Well, it's my turn to carry him, isn't it?
It's a halfling. He's no problem to carry.
Well, why are you going so slow then? Come on.
We can't rush around tunnels like this. We don't know what we're going to run into.
Sure we can. It's fine. It's not that dark. We have torches. So many torches.
And you know, we already know there's a dragon up ahead. So
Yeah, you don't want to run smack into the back of a dragon.
we've done that already.
It's not going to end as well next time. I can assure you that Queen Telanius is nothing like Tio.
Oh, he doesn't look well. He needs help quickly.
That is true.
As you look at him, Ardus is definitely more blue than he was before.
Come on, man, let's go.
Okay.
Savannah lopes off.
Okay, so you all pick up the pace a little bit.
Yeah. If he's a
And
bit
you head
slower,
round
we'll go with it.
to the sulfuric tunnel. And as you're heading down this tunnel, the runic carvings change. They become more dramatic at first. It's the best way to describe it. And then, gradually over time, they become a little bit more like draconic. But it's not yet close enough to draconic to be recognizable. It's still a language thousands of years out of time. So
Ooh, this predates draconic. I've got to. Oh, I want to study this.
You can do that on the way back. Come on.
and then
You're
eventually
optimistic.
you get to a chamber, and you can see the far end of the chamber is Queen Talanius, and she is currently resting on top of this dais, where if I just move this out of the way so you can see it better. So it's it's clearly got dragon symbols around the top, and it has a sort of a hot lava bed underneath. Is that great? And you can't quite see it yet, but I'll show you now. It has big gold S symbol.
So she's just
She's
resting
resting.
there.
She's resting. She's got her eyes closed at the moment.
We're still inside the tunnel.
Yes, you're just at the entrance to a large chamber. At the other side is this. The walls are covered in this blue runic writing. I can show you that from there.
Okay, and now that we've stopped, can I study it and make anything out of it?
It's still too detached from Draconic, but you reckon it's probably a root language if you had time to study it. And I mean time. Months. You could definitely. You reckon you know enough. You could see enough roots there to maybe figure some of this out and start
Well,
translating.
months isn't very long. I've studied this stuff for years. But I suppose, well, there's a dragon. So,
She appears to be, although breathing deeply, she doesn't appear to be awake. She's definitely in a curled up position, and her eyes are shut. You can see numerous large gashes and scorch marks along her hide. And do remember that although she is a red dragon, she does have certain nature-like features. Like her horns, for example, are like tree bark and stuff, and she has like antlers instead of horns and things. Her nails, her claws have little vines and leaves along the tip of them. Spikes along her back look like the thorns of a rose bush. And her tail is all brambly.
well, we either wait for her to leave or we sneak Ardus in.
I vote for sneaking.
Not particularly. Ardus was a sneak. We could just try to roll him.
Particularly built for sneaking.
You get a message in your head, Pholus.
That's it. That's where you must take him.
I really think we need to get him there.
Well, there's no point in Dax getting any closer, or we'll wake up the dragon. So it's either you or me.
I'm not really all that quiet, but I can give it a shot. I can be fast.
Well, I can't be fast. I'm feeling really tired. So maybe you have the best chance.
Okay, so I cast Expeditious Retreat on myself,
Okay.
and I take the halfling, and can I get under the podium?
Yeah, the
Just
steps leading up, and obviously Queen Talanius is on top here, curled up around this. You could just so you know, you could step over onto this because she's curled up around the edge. It's quite a large thing. Don't think 25mm scale here. If you go underneath, you've just got this lava pool.
okay. So
As you get closer, you notice around the edge of this pool are a number of small wooden statues.
I'm very interested in that but I do think my best chance is to climb over the dragon.
Okay. You sneak up the steps. And you get to where the dragon's tail. You just got to step over. It's all you have to do is step over the dragon's tail without waking her up. Let's have a stealth roll.
Okay.
Oh, hang on a minute. You know what? We're missing something for this moment, aren't we?
Danger music.
Was that
I
your
thought you were
roll?
going to play
Was it?
some
Oh,
pep
18.
music.
Wow. Okay.
That's 20 with my modifier.
Effortlessly, you step over the dragon without making a sound. If only it didn't have such legendary perception, you'd know you'd have done it. Oh, cock die. Rolled off the table that time. As you lay Ardis down on the grate, you just know, even though it made no sound, it's just, you just know. You turn to look at Queen Talanius's face, and you see her eye open, looking at you.
Is that our cliffhanger or am I still going?
No, you're still going. Got to get Ardis alive for when she comes back next week.
I dig through my pouch and I sort of hold it out towards the dragon.
Your what? Sorry, your pouch.
My money pouch.
Oh, oh, right, you're handing over your cash.
Yeah.
Bribery gets you everywhere.
How much gold is in there?
15 gold.
15 gold. Lay it down.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Lay it down.
I put it down and I nudge it towards it with my foot.
Okay. Then what do you do? As this dragon now, both eyes open, watches you. Keen interest.
I back away a little and I got my hand still on Ardis. Does he still feel cold?
Yep.
Okay, I'm staying put for a moment, but I'm holding on to Ardis.
Why are you here, halfling bearer?
He needs help, and I was told this is where he gets help. He's cold.
It's true. This altar could help him. If you knew how to use it.
Could you assist me in your magnificence?
She sniffs the gold bag. Have you got any non-gold coins in there?
No.
Okay. She had a claw, splits the bag, and then eats the gold. Makes little difference to her given her current level of wounds.
Why don't you leave me be, halfling bearer?
My friend is still cold. I will leave as soon as it's fine. That's alright with you.
You can leave him there. He won't heal. He might make a nice breakfast.
Are you sure he won't heal? Because, you know, cold halfling is probably not as nice as warm halfling.
You clearly don't know how to work this dais. He'll do as he is. Thank you for the breakfast.
Can I have a look around the dais to see if I can tell
Be
anything?
gone now, halfling bearer. And I do mean now.
Okay.
I'm staying put.
So are you staying up the top of the dais or with Ardus and the dragon?
Can I hide at the bottom of the stairs watching?
Yeah, you can go down the steps, and from here you can see those wooden statues again around the lava pit. They appear to have been there a very long time. They've charcoaled up and everything. But there's certainly something familiar about them.
Is there like a space where more could be placed?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna go through my bag and get the statuette that I have of Arctis
Yeah.
and
Okay.
add it to the dais.
Okay. Guys, would you like to make a perception roll to see if you can see that she's carrying a fairly good, a little statuette as a fairly good likeness of Ardus? The question is whether you can actually see that or not.
No, probably not.
Perception would be 11.
Okay. I don't think, given
It's a
the
bit dark
distance.
for me.
Yeah. I don't think you've realised. You're too exhausted, not paying enough attention.
Yeah. So
And
what's
it's
going on?
that moment that you put the statuette down, that it momentarily immolates in flame, and flashes a column of flame up from the lava pit and up through the grill, and Ardus is immediately, magically defrosted, opens his eyes, and is facing Queen Telanius. And that is the moment at which we've got to say, good night, everyone. Thank you for watching. Those of you who have, we do now have a live viewer, yay! But thank you for watching, and for all those who watch later, which will be almost everyone who ever watches this thing, because there wasn't many live viewers. So thank you, and we'll see you 2 weeks' time, Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. GMT start time. Please come watch us that time, because we didn't have many live viewers this time. Because look, you can chat, it comes up on stream and everything. It's a really cool feature. It'll work in a moment. I just typed it. It'll happen. But anyway, bye.
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 Bye.